Hey guys, I am now talking to you on the nice camera because my last video I had to take down because the sound didn't line up with the video, or the audio didn't line up with the video. And so we gotta, obviously I'm not gonna redo the whole video. I don't know what happened. I was using a Midland camera and that is not the best camera for vlogging. So instead I'm gonna use my 4-pound heavy ass professional camera that cannot seem to get the light right. Jesus balls, man, get it right. Having kind of a shitty day. I woke up fully motivated to go out in the shop and start a project, but I need horseshoes. And so I thought I'd just run to the Amish and get horseshoes. Simple as that, right? And I get over there and nobody has anything. The guy that I talked to said that he had horseshoes, but he had taken them to the shop over in, or the junkyard. Oh, this damn light. And the day before, like a 50-gallon drum filled with old horseshoes. And he's like, if I had known that you needed them, Wes, he's like, I would have given them to you. I was like, are you serious? I said, alright, so they're at the junkyard. I know that junkyard very well. I said, I'll go and get them. No, can't find them anywhere. So I'm talking to my mom, and my mom used to have horses a lot. You know, we used to have, at the time when I was a kid, when we had the most horses we had, I think like 10 or 11 Arabians. And so she knows a lot of horse people. So she called around to some of her horse friends. I'm sorry guys, this is really heavy. Let's see if it'll work here. I'm trying to get the light right. And but nobody's, you know, it's in the middle of the day, middle of a work day at that, and nobody's answering the phone. And the guys that, or the people that she knows will have them, aren't home. So she mentioned a few Amish, and so I'm gonna run over to a couple more Amish places down the road from my mom's here and see if any of them have any horseshoes. All I need is like 10, and I don't want old rusty ones because those look like crap. I want, you know, they're hard to clean up and they're just, I don't like the way they look. I want something that's a little, you know, somewhat clean and used, and you know, I could go out and buy new ones. I don't even have an idea of how much they cost. I suppose that'll be my next option. If I can't find any used ones, that's where I'll go. I'll go out and buy some new ones. Sorry guys, I'm totally distracted making this video. I got something on my mind and it's just bothering me. I guess I don't want to divulge too much information, but I made a video not too long ago. It was the last video on my hunting channel, and John had told me that one of the guys across the property came over to help him look for a deer. And I told John, I was like, I don't want anybody on my property. And he went against what I had went against my wishes, and you know, did it anyway. And I told John, I said, if this happens again, that's it, you're off the property. He's like, well, I never invited them, he just came over. And then he told me it wasn't the guy who I do not want on my property. He told me it was somebody else. And turns out this guy commented on my video saying that if you weren't such a little shit ass, that I'd be the neighbors would get along with me better. Well, and then he admitted to going over to help John look for the deer. He said John asked him to help. So like, I'm getting two conflicting stories here. And I know you guys don't want to hear this shit. I hate even talking about it on, you know, on a public forum. But just so infuriating. It's like, I want this just to be done. I don't want any more drama. And it seems like every year these people just, maybe it's the videos. If I didn't make videos about it, maybe it wouldn't be brought up, you know. Maybe I'm being too sensitive. Maybe I should just let everybody come onto my land. I don't know. But he goes on, the neighbor, he left a couple of comments. I deleted them and blocked him. And he said that John asked him to come and help, and that if John asked me, he's not trespassing. Well, yes, he is trespassing, because John doesn't have the authority to invite anybody on my land. I don't care if it's God himself inviting you on my land. If he don't own it, he doesn't have the authority. And so, yes, he was trespassing, no matter which way you look at it. If I didn't invite him, that's that simple. He's not allowed on the property. And this guy has the audacity to tell me that I'm being a little ass, you know, and that you know, all my neighbors dislike me because I'm so harsh on my property, or on people going on my property. Well, you know, there's people that assaulted me that are just as bad, if not worse. They will shoot you in the leg and let you sit there and die if you were to cross their property. The people to the north of me, same as the people who assaulted me. Terrible. So it's just, why am I singled out here? Because I want my property to be my property. Why is it me that's getting the brunt of it? You know, I mean, this guy has deer stands on my property, facing into my property. Why wouldn't I be upset? Anyway, I'm here. I'll talk to you in a bit. Ooh, we found some. Not many, but it'll be enough to get me started on this project I want to work on. I got this guy who's interested in ordering an owl from me, so I gotta make one first and see how well it turns out. But yeah, as for the whole thing with this trespassing, I guess that's really all I'm gonna say about it. I'm just upset at the fact that people get mad at me for, you know, wanting to keep my property private. And I wish they could understand that it's just my property, and that's what any normal individual would want to do. Any landowner, and it's not even my land, it's my mom's land, you know. It's, if it was Dad, he would want the same thing. He didn't want people on our property, and so I'm just honoring that. And you know, I mean, I'm in charge of the woods, and it's, yeah. Anyway, you guys get the hint. So let's go home and let's create something beautiful with these horseshoes. I hope I can do it. I mean, what I really need to get is a TIG welder, and I realized, oh, that's bumpy. I realized after I bought that plasma cutter, I could have bought, for $50 more, I could have bought a TIG welder, plasma cutter / stick welder, all in one device. And that sucks, because I really need a TIG welder. This wire feed I'm using just leaves a horrific mess. You know what, let's go see if John's home real quick. I'll talk with him. It's wire flux core, whatever, and it just leaves a horrible mess. And if I could get my hands on a TIG welder, you know, TIG welders, obviously, it'd be perfect for hobbyists, but you know, I'm gonna have to come up with $50 and send my old plasma cutter in and exchange it if I can do it in time. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time, because there's only a certain amount of time you got to return an item on Amazon. So we'll have to see what happens. I don't think he's home. No, truck is gone. That's okay. I'm starving anyway. I'm gonna turn around and head back. I'm gonna eat and then go and work on the owl. So we'll see how well that goes. All right, gotta go to Marshfield. I thought I had everything I needed, but I need a wire brush wheel, and thought I had some kerosene left for the heater, but apparently I don't have any of that left either, so I gotta run to Marshfield, which is 20 miles away, and get a wire brush wheel and the kerosene. It sucks, but what are you gonna do, you know? I need this stuff. I don't know how bad exactly. Well, yeah, I don't want to freeze, then no, I guess I don't. I want to sit there and use up my sandpaper to clean up those horseshoes, then I gotta get it. So away we go again, guys, off to Marshfield. I tell ya, that's the thing with projects. It's always something you don't have that you gotta go and get. Which I don't really mind. I like driving, but at the same time, I'm just like, I just want to get started on it, you know? Oh well. I'll get started when I get started. Hopefully, I probably won't do any more out there tonight, but at least I'll have everything I need for tomorrow. Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't like sitting in the house all evening with nothing to do, so I'll probably go out there and work. Although I do have a lot of homework, so I probably should get started on that. But I am the master procrastinator, so I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. You know, I love this part right here. Well, kerosene is not cheap. I just got 2.5 gallons for $10. I don't know what that's gonna do for heating. I might have to come up with a new way of heating. Maybe get that little wood stove up and going or something. I got plenty of wood in the woods. I don't know, but I'm terribly allergic to wood smoke. That's the problem. Propane, yeah, but it doesn't really heat like the kerosene does. I mean, sure, the kerosene stinks, but the kerosene heats dramatically well. You know, I mean, well, I'm using a torpedo heater, so that's one of the reasons why. And the kerosene or the propane heater has only got one burner on it. I suppose if I had 2 burners on it, I'd probably do a lot better. I'd probably double my BTUs. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna use the kerosene for now. And is that girl? No, but that was my ex-brother-in-law. But all right, well, let's get to the shop and get stuff going here.